Hello, people of the internet. It is your Fridays with Mariel. Man, this week is gonna be a very good week because I don't know how long I'm gonna talk, so we'll just. I know last week I was saying how I'd come up with a script eventually sooner or later, but probably not because I'm a piece of shit. And guess who doesn't have a script? This week's theme is music, books, and movies and things that are like, I guess, moving and touching to us, or like something that's really important to you. One of those things, or some of those things. I don't know. By now, I don't know yet who's done what. Yeah, music is really like important in my life. Like okay. This is one of my favorite singers, actually. My favorite artists. K-pop artists. I listen to a lot of K-pop, a lot of Korean music, Asian music in general. I really, really love. I've been listening to for a very, very long time, which is telling of my age. But yeah, I've been listening to it so much for such a long time that I can't imagine my life without it. Or music in general, because I don't just listen to Asian music. I listen to actually other genres also, but music is the one thing that's always been there for me. Because my life, as a person, I've grown and my life has changed a lot. I can say a lot because like I've had people come to and from, and it's crazy to think that like me like 10 years ago was a completely different person than now. The people in my life are basically completely different. Yeah, I care a lot more now about like the kind of music I listen to, because I don't fill myself with like just, oh, music is fun, music is great. Music is something for me that's like a healing tool. I don't know if that's yeah, music's been there though for like everything, through every heartbreak, through every time like a friend has left me, or we just drifted apart, or like through all of my relationships, romantic, platonic relationships, music has always been the one constant through like everything. Music, you can have sad music. I like to, when I'm sad, I listen to all the sad music and like I'll cry it out. I'll fucking cry it out like no one's there but me. And sometimes you just have to shut off the rest of the world and just like focus on your feelings and your emotions. And I have a lot of like music for that. I have a lot of like one of my favorite bands is Epic High, which is a Korean hip hop group that I've seen a few times now. And I remember, this is a fun story, one of my greatest memories was actually having my favorite artist Tablo from that group. I went to his concert, the concert that they had, I think 2015, maybe 2014, 2015. I think it was 2014 though. And I went to his concert and we had a meet and greet, and I paid a lot of money. I was in the pit, so you know my ass was in there. And we got to meet the artist. They got to autograph things for us, and I got a picture with them. I'm not gonna show that picture though, because that picture's ugly as fuck. But yeah, I remember before I had to leave, I was like, wait, Tablo, wait, I want to just tell you, thank you so much for inspiring me to write, because like not just his music, but he's an author, so he writes too. He wrote an amazing book called Pieces of You, which is like stories that he wrote throughout his college years, and it was so like, wow. Very simple stories, a lot of them, but all of them were like, they kind of hit home in some sense, and I really love that book. That book, I loaned it to a friend. When I got it back, I was like, I gotta read this again. So good. But that's my recommendation for books, so yeah. So yeah, I mean, an artist, like music knows no bounds. I might not be able to like fully understand Korean or fully understand Japanese, but music really like can change a person, or can make a person, break a person. Music, I'm gonna say this and be repetitive, but music is the one constant in my life that's always been there. And like, no matter what happens to me, no matter what trials I go through, no matter what happens, I know that music is not going to fail me. That song will still be the same, the message will still be there. It doesn't matter how it applies, but the message is still gonna be there. And yeah, to me music is, I don't know, even at work when I used to work at nights, overnight shift, I would have music playing constantly, and it's so good to have that, to to like get you through a night or get you through like whatever you're having to do, and sometimes it's just like sometimes your energy doesn't feel like enough. To me, music made me feel like I can do anything. Even if I'm going through the worst of times, even if I feel like I'm gonna give up, you still have a song for that. There's still something out there. Doesn't matter what language, doesn't matter what context, there's something for that. Sometimes you have to find it, sometimes people have to recommend it, and like, I don't know. I have maybe like several bands in my life that have changed my life and my perspective of life, and have always like made me feel so good as a person. It made me feel so good to listen to them, knowing that like as a fan I am appreciated and I am loved, and that their music is always gonna be there. And I'm gonna say, I don't know, I'll link them off later. I'll link off my favorite songs from them maybe in the bottom, but these are like my favorite top artists, which are all Korean or Japanese, but I will link them anyway for anybody that might be interested. My favorite boy group in K-pop would be SS501, and I really enjoy B1A4. And my favorite solo artist his name is Park Hyo-shin. He's amazing, his voice blows me out of the water. Oh, if you love ballads and you love like old school R&B, you're gonna love him. He especially inspires me because he went through so many trials and he was able to overcome them and still produce music. And he reminds me of myself because, well, maybe I'm just like him since he's older than me, but whenever he was alone, when he had no companions, he had no friends, there was just music there for him, and he always relied on music, and he was never really lonely. And then I have, I'd say, FX, which is one of my favorite girl bands of all time. They have inspired me. They made me feel like no matter how you portray yourself, or no matter like if you can put quality in your work and you can put quality in the things that you do, that just shows how much of like a flexible individual you are. And they love their fans. I'm a huge fan of all of them as individuals, and like their individual artistry, bomb as hell. Oh gosh. And music wise, I think like 2NE1, which is also one of my favorite groups of all time. 2NE1 CL. I've seen her in concert. She's amazing. By the way, I'm one of those people that like every time they go to a concert, I'm always in the pit. If I'm not in the pit, I'm not really at a concert. I'm never really at a concert if I'm not in the pit, because the pit is where it's at. You're so close to your artist, you can reach out and touch them. At least with K-pop concerts and like K-hip hop concerts I've been to, I've been like, hey, I can touch you. Oh my god, this is wild, you just brushed my hand. Or like, you're looking right at me. I know you're looking right at me because there's nobody else in front of me. It's really crazy and stunning how like they go from somebody that's like on a CD or on a music video and you see them online and you're like, wow, and then seeing them in person, oh my god. Yeah, I can say that about like Tablo from Epic High, who I mentioned earlier, because like he really blew my mind, and that band really blew my mind. They have one song called One, which really helped me in a time in my life, a very dark time in my life, and I'll link it off in the description. That's my favorite song from them of all time, and when I heard it live, I remember just crying and singing the lyrics along with them. This is my song. This is the song that got me through so many dark times and so many heavy moments in my life that I just didn't have anybody but this song and like encouraging words. And you know what? I think music and the artists behind music, especially like groups like Epic High, which I love them so much. Those things are the ones that like really get me going and have brought me as the person I am today. A little more confident, and definitely I look at life at such a different perspective now, especially that their music gets me. It gets me. It gets me. You guys, you get what I say, right? It just gets me. It moves me. But yeah. I hope this is not too rambly, because I ramble a lot. But like, why don't you leave down in the comment section below for us, or for me, that songs that just move you, I guess. Songs, like, there are some groups, there's some there's some artists that really move you, and like I would love to hear your suggestions because I love to broaden my horizons with music. And like anything that people are passionate about. If you're passionate about something, do not let anyone let you down. Do not let anybody tell you that like this is really stupid to invest yourself and your time and your money in. Do not let those people get to you. Those people fucking suck. They don't you don't get it until they're in your shoes. Nobody gets it until they're in your shoes. Nobody can get that. No, never let that go. Something that you love, something that makes you feel better as a person, never let that go. Alright, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great Friday. I hope that you've enjoyed the videos coming up this week and the videos that have been posted this week. So please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon for the notifications, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!